Hey, this is Brad here at Stone Strength Systems. This is June A-Day. We're starting a new block, so we've got our new major movements here. We've got the West Side Box Squat for our strength track. We're gonna have a high bar Olympic back squat for our body comp track. We're gonna pair those two movements with mobility work, so it's kind of an open set. Ankle mobility, stretch your back, roll, and if you don't know what to do, find us, we'll tell you what to do. At Station B, ring rows. We're going to get on the Swiss ball. We're going to do some Russian twists for the abs. We're also going to work the glutes. We've got a hip thruster progression for those two. Station C, we're going to tweak the farmer's walks. This is a fun variation using some bands. And we're going to progress the Nordic curls into an isometric hold. This day is going to be fun. Let's go over to A and look at our squats. Hayden here is going to demonstrate while I talk. So first, we're going to talk about the West Side Box Squat. This is a low bar rack, so we're going to be across this shelf here, a couple of inches down off of your traps. Go ahead and unrack. He's going to walk back. Our thought process here is sit down, stand up. So he's just going to go ahead, sit himself down, reach his butt back a little bit. He's going to sit but not relax, get his chest tall, and then drive from the hips to stand up. One of the things we're going to look for here is shin angle. So if you swing around, we can see his shins are straight up and down, his chest is tall, drives from the glutes, and he's back up. If we see the shins start to lean forward, we get into this positive shin angle, we know we're getting out of the hips and into the quads, and that's something we'll say, hey, move your feet forward, and then now we're back right in the correct position to drive from the hips again. So that'll be sets of 5 for the strength track. The high bar Olympic back squat is going to go up on your traps, so it'll sit a little bit higher up here. He's going to unrack, get himself into position. No box necessary unless we're struggling to hit depth. And then from here, simultaneous break at the hips and knees. Knees are going to pass the toes, heels stay down. We're going to drive the heels into the floor to come back up. This will be sets of 8 for the body comp track. And as I mentioned before, we're going to pair this on the even rounds with some mobility work. Ankle mobility, hip stretches, lat stretches, some foam rolling if you need it, whatever you need to do, and if you don't know what to do, find us, we'll tell you what to do. Moving over to Station B. We're going to work through ring rows. These will be sets of 15 for everybody. The more you stand up, the easier these rows get. We're going to dig our heels in, lift your toes up, create a pivot point. Body's tight like a plank. He's just going to pull the elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades. This is too high up for him, so he's going to have to walk in. Be able to get all the way through, shoulder blades squeeze, all the way through, good row, let himself off. The more you lay down, the more challenging this gets. You probably hear my annoying ass dogs in the background. And we're going to work this into a full inverted row. Take the feet in as far as he can go. And lay down so that these straps are at or near vertical. Work his way through. So that's the ring rows there. We're going to pair this with some work on the Swiss ball. First thing is the Russian twist. He's just going to have a seat, hold the plate in his hands. He's going to walk his feet forward and lay down so his shoulders are on top of the ball. Press the plate out, and then he's just going to turn from side to side, keeping the hips pretty still, trying not to let them drop. This is an undetermined number of reps. We're going to keep an even number, so if you start by going to the left, we're going to finish by going to the right. Round 2 will end. You'll set the plate at your side. We'll get ready for round 3, which is a hip thruster progression. So level 1 is we're just going to hold the bridge. What we are going to look for is that the ribs stay down, so we're not arching our back and holding on with the lower back, and that the hips stay up so that we're getting the glutes to do the job. So this will be level 1. Level 2 is going to be a march, so he's just going to pick one foot up at a time, minimize swivel. It's hard. It's real hard. So maintain good hips up position. You really have to drive that plant leg down, and then that other leg comes right up. And then level 3 will be an actual single leg bridge. So he'll get into the top of that march and he'll go up and down. That right there is Station B. Station C, we've got farmer's walks with the bands. So what we'll do is we'll take our band, and it is going to be doubled up. So you'll fold it in half and then you stick it through. So you're going to be holding 4 lengths of band. So as he picks it up and gets ready to do his farmer's walk, his shoulders are back, posture is perfect. You can see that kettlebell has got a little bit of bounce to it. And you can walk pretty quickly, because the faster you walk, the more that kettlebell is going to bounce. We'll do a full set on one side and a full set on the other. This again is more for time than it is for how far you go. So the faster you walk, the more it's going to be a challenge, and we'll find the right weight for you. Now, the Nordic curls. I've been warning some of y'all that these are going to get real hard, real fast. Well, today's the day. In the words of Kevin Hart, you're going to learn today. So we're going to get Doug in real tight, abs engaged, glutes squeezed, and he's going to lower himself down to the point where he thinks he might fall, and he is going to hold on for dear life. These suck. So you don't have to go super far, and if you feel like you're going to lose it, just come back up. You can break at the hips to give yourself a little bit of a breather, and then get right back into it. Keep the glutes squeezed, ribs down, and let those hamstrings create tension. We want as much tension on there as we can handle. So that is going to round out a day for us. Make me proud.